Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to Gamerjoob, and welcome back to our Zoonomaly character concept series. So in today's video, we have the community character, the Komodo Dragon. Recently, we hosted another one of our community character live streams, and the winner was the Komodo Dragon. So we'll go for this character's location, gameplay mechanics, and all that good stuff as well. But before doing any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Gamerjoob as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps you up to date with all the videos that we post. But alrighty, with that out of the way, let's get to the character concept of the Komodo Dragon. So previously in our Zoonomaly character concept series, the new recruit has found themselves yet again at another zoo filled with monstrous animals. It seems that the bloom order has appeared once again and affected all the animals that reside here. Throughout the recruit's new mission, they've encountered a number of terrifying bloom creatures. Each animal has proven to be more dangerous than the last. The most recent animal they've encountered was the tortoise. This enemy proved to be quite the challenge indeed. With their hard, indestructible shell, the player had to use other means of getting past them. In the end, they acquired the special weapon known as the Bloomades. The Bloomades did the trick and the player completed their task. But now as they try to locate the other special codes around the park, they need to prepare themselves for whatever deadly animal appears next. And knowing their luck, it could happen at any moment. Speaking of, let's introduce this new animal now. So the next deadly bloom animal is known as the Komodo Dragon. The Komodo Dragon is known to be the largest and most deadly lizard on the planet. And with the help of the bloom order corruption, this large and deadly animal is even more of a threat. This large reptilian creature stands on two legs with its large powerful tail to help keep them upright. Its two long arms each sport a set of deadly claws that can scratch through even the most durable metal. Up and down its tail and back are an endless row of pointy spines. The Komodo Dragon typically doesn't have any spines on its back, but for some reason, these durable spikes emerged from its body. And lastly, there's the Komodo Dragon's powerful jaws. They have the strength to crush anything they desire with complete ease. And in addition to their many razor-sharp teeth, the bite of the Komodo Dragon is also quite deadly. If a person was only bitten and not eaten whole, the bite would prove to be incredibly venomous, and it wouldn't take long for that venom to completely shut down the victim's body. So at the zoo, there were two other Komodo dragons totaling in 3, but in a fight for dominance, only one remains. The current Komodo Dragon ate its other 2 members and doesn't seem to care in the slightest. So now it lives alone in the park and will attack anyone who dares to get close. And unfortunately for the player, they're going to have to get very close to this deadly creature. So now we return back to the player. After searching around, they've finally located their next code. But as it is with every code, it's located within another animal enclosure. All throughout this enclosure are a series of switches. The player needs to activate them in order to reveal the code. But standing amongst all these switches is the deadly Komodo Dragon. The sheer size of this thing will prove no match for the Bloomerbang. So it looks like the player needs to equip their powerful Bloom Lance. For the moment, it seems like the Komodo Dragon hasn't noticed the player. So they continue to sneak around and activate all the switches. One by one, each lever is thrown and another switch terminal lights up. As the player approaches another switch, it's immediately crushed in the Komodo Dragon's powerful jaws. The player now has this intimidating creature's full attention. They fire off a few blasts directly at the Komodo. The power of the bloom energy manages to keep them at bay. But it's not long before the Komodo Dragon adapts to its situation. The next beam of energy that the player fires at them does something quite interesting. All the bloom energy is absorbed into those large spikes on its back. They all glow a bright and vibrant green. Then, suddenly, all that energy is expelled from their powerful jaws. A beam of concentrated bloom energy is shot directly towards the player. They jump out of the way as they almost get hit. It's now become clear that this creature can harness the power of the player's weapons. They've never seen any bloom order creature be able to do this. This is truly one of the most advanced animals the player has come across. They decide to quickly exit the enclosure and think of another plan. It's clear that their weapons will only be used against them, but maybe a weapon isn't what they need. Once again, the recruit has no option but to contact the keepers of bloom order. They ask the recruit if they still happen to have one of those blumades left over, and luckily enough the player still has one left. The keepers inform them that these blumades also have a non-lethal feature. With the press of a few buttons, this device can transform into what is known as the distractor bloom. This handy little device will project a hologram decoy that will distract the Komodo Dragon. Luckily for the player, apex predators like the Komodo Dragon are easily distracted by larger prey, whereas the distractor bloom would have never worked on a highly intelligent creature like the tortoise. They would have seen right through the decoy and charged towards the player regardless. So with their new device in hand, the player throws it towards the Komodo Dragon. The distractor bloom displays the decoy and it goes for the bait. The Komodo Dragon starts attacking an enemy that can't be damaged. This gives the player enough time to activate the last two switches. Finally, the secret code is revealed and the player can scan it. Once they do, they quickly exit the enclosure and get away safely. Luckily for them, the distractor bloom just runs out of power as they make their exit. Before the Komodo Dragon realizes, the recruit is already long gone, and now they set off to locate the next code inside the zoo. And as to what blue-water creature they'll discover next is anyone's guess. This zoo has many more surprises in store for the player, and whatever it throws at them next, we'll just have to wait and see. So I think that the Komodo Dragon would be a great addition to our roster of characters. I think that this creature would be very intimidating and pose a great challenge for the player. Their ability to absorb the attacks and fire them back would definitely be an interesting gameplay mechanic. It would make the player have to think on their feet and come up with a new way to try and get past this imposing enemy. And in the end, with the help of the distractor bloom, they were able to overcome the challenge. But if the player didn't have that leftover blumade, then the situation would have been very different. They would have surely been at the mercy of this monstrous creature, and its sharp teeth and powerful jaws would have been the last thing they'd ever see. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing, as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of the Komodo Dragon and what you'd like to see going forward. As always, I'd like to thank you all for watching and also getting involved with our community character livestream. You all suggested such awesome ideas and it was really awesome to see everyone getting involved. I all hope you really liked the final design we made with the Komodo Dragon. It's always awesome to see the community come together and create such awesome ideas like this character. We definitely like to do more of these live streams in the future and we all hope you can join in the next one. And lastly, I'd just like to thank our Gamerjoob members for supporting the channel. If you'd like to be a Gamerjoob member, then do be sure to click the join button or the link down below. But as always, you don't need to be a Gamerjoob member to enjoy our content, it's just if you'd like to and it helps support us that extra mile. But alrighty everyone, until our next Zoonomaly character concept video, I'll catch you later, bye.